Hello, good evening and welcome to the conversation here on ETV Ghana. My name is Ohene Bampobinya. Of course, Ghana and Nigeria fight over many things, from music to movie to recently Jollof. And of course, footballers is not an exception. We fought over many footballers. This gentleman was once upon a time invited to play for the Nigerian under-23 team. Guess what? They realized that, nah, he's not Omo Naija, he is Ghanaian. And indeed, made a name for himself playing for Yimba Football Club, even before he played for young boys. But Ghanaians remember him for his, stellar performance against the same, country, Nigeria, when he played, against them in an international friendly in Fulham, in London. Ghana won, that particular game by 4-1. He scored in that particular game. Who am I talking about? Who am I in conversation with tonight? I am in conversation with Joetex Asamoah Frimpong. In fact, Joseph Asamoah Frimpong, that's his original name. Joetex is his nickname. He's played many games for Ghana, and also on international club level, also played for young boys. I'll go for a break. When I do come back, I'll do more of him, his life, the man, and the family man. We'll go for a break. We'll be back with more here on the show. Conversation here on ETV Ghana. Joe, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
It's been a long time. When was the last time you came to Ghana?
Yeah, I think when my father died.
Wow, that's how many years ago?
3 years.
Wow, well, that's not too long. That's fine. I mean, it means that you love Ghana. You come back regularly. Come back regularly. Anyways, let's start the conversation. I've always been wondering, I always wanted to ask you this. How did you end up in Nigeria?
Yeah, it was because of my parents. Because they were staying there.
Oh, wow.
So,
working there?
Yeah, my father was a teacher. And my mother was a nurse.
In Nigeria?
Nigeria.
All Ghanaians?
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Interesting.
From the same village too.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
So which part of Nigeria did you grow up?
We grew up in Mina, Niger State.
Niger State.
It's close to Abuja.
Oh, okay. Okay. And how's life in Nigeria? I mean, growing up in Nigeria, how was it like?
Yeah, for me it was good.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in Nigeria, in Ghana, but most of my life, especially the football career, was in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
Because I never play much football in Ghana.
Yeah.
So for me, it was good with my parents. Everybody were there.
So first of all, your father is a teacher, or was a teacher, your mom a nurse. How did Joe end up in football?
I don't know how to say it, but maybe it's God,
Yeah.
It's God's doing, because I was in Ghana with my grandmother and my brother and my sister. So after school, I decided to go and meet them there.
Okay.
So when I went to Nigeria, I was not there to play football.
Okay.
I wanted to go to school there. So as I went, the school was on break, or they said it was full, so I have to wait for
the following year, or the following term.
Yeah. So my mother told me, okay, if it's like that, then you don't have to stay home. You have to go and learn designing,
Oh, okay.
That is, they call it Joromi.
Oh, the African way we call it.
That is it, that you
but
design.
there's this embroidery.
Yeah, now, so this
in front
Muslims,
of it. Yeah.
So I started learning that. I didn't know how to do anyway much. So I like football since when I was a child, because even with my grandmother, always we have problems because of the football.
Yeah.
So as I went, I was learning the work, and one guy was staying in the house. He was a Ghanaian too. So he told me, there's a place you can go and play football. That is like small club like this. So we went there. The first day I went, they share, nobody took me,
Because they don't know you.
They don't know me.
Yeah.
So they divided the team into two. I was the last person that I got a place. After the game, everybody were asking me, when are you coming back? Are you coming back tomorrow? You know? So I told them that I'll come tomorrow because I got a place that I can be training,
Yeah.
you know. So I started playing with them. But, you know, they always say sometimes a problem become always
A blessing.
When I went there, when I was in Africa or in Ghana, I was playing 8. That is in my village. We say village champion. I was playing 8, you know. So when I went to Nigeria, the captain was playing 8.
Wow.
So if I say I'm playing, they ask me which position are you playing. If I say I'm playing 8,
Means that you'll be on the bench.
I'm not going to play. So I told them that I'm playing 7. And that 7 helped me very, very much.
Wow.
Very, very, because as I played that position, I played. We went to play, they call one cup, Emias Cup. That is Asamoah Cup.
Sure.
We won the cup. I was the most valuable player. From there, we went to play like Ashanti Region Governor's Cup. And we won the cup again. I was the MVP because the final game was the day we opened this stadium in Minna, the Niger State, but in the capital is Minna, so that's where I was staying. They renovated the stadium, and that day I scored 2 goals.
Wow.
And not only one in one post. I score here, I score here. And we won. And I was given a ball from the governor, and so from there, there was a club, IBB Homers. It was a 3rd division team. They took me and the goalkeeper. In IBB Homers, I did not play much. Because there was a Ghanaian coach. I didn't know why. Not that I cannot play, but I did not play much.
And he was a Ghanaian coach?
He was a Ghanaian guy. He was a Ghanaian guy, but I did not play much. But I never give up. It's like I was even training more than even those that were playing.
Yeah.
So I would say, unfortunate for him, unfortunate for me. They sacked him, and they brought another coach. He too, I don't know if it's like he's part of Ghana. His part is Ghana, because he come from where this Ghanaian people are much in Ogbomosho.
Okay.
But he stay in Kaduna. So as he came, we trained. And luckily enough, he gave me chance.
Wow.
The match that we went for the first game, I was in the 11, not even the 18. And since that day, that was the day that I would say my light, God shined it for me. Because after that game, I never sit on the bench again in my life.
Wow.
I never. We played draw 2-2 there in the NPA. And since that day, I play every match. Then the next season, this team, Tornadoes, they were in the first league. The mid-season, they invited me, or they bought me from IBB Homers. Tornadoes was a big team that is in Nigeria too. And they were having the higher goal scorer there in the team, but not in the league. And I tell you, Ohene, when I went, mid-season, I was the top scorer in the team.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we came to relegation, but I did well. I was very, very happy. So when we came, the next season we came to relegation, that is when I became the high goal scorer in the Division 2.
In Division 2.
Yeah.
Then, is that the same period that Ayimba came for you?
Long journey.
Long journey. Let's get to the Ayimba. Ayimba. Ayimba was arguably the best run club in Nigeria. And it was evident in how they dominated Africa in your time. What was the difference? And since then, we've not had any club from Nigeria dominate on the continent. What was the difference for your generation of players at Ayimba and Ayimba as a football club?
That's what I was even discussing with Sly, my friend.
Yeah.
Nigeria runs everything mostly by the governor.
By the state governor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when the governor comes and he likes football, the team become very good. When he doesn't like football, it become problem. Our time, we were lucky. Ojo Zokalu, the governor, he love football very well. And because of that, the team were able to buy, that is the best players in Africa, not even only Nigeria, because our time, the team was very good.
Yeah, it was very good.
Very, very good. So there was money, everything was there, every support, everything. So even the team, after the first 11 or the 18, the one that's at home, there's another best team that they can win anything. So then, I think it was just how the governor loved football, so he make everything change.
Yeah.
And now, I think it's difficult because the governor that is there, I don't think he likes football like our time.
Yeah.
So that was the difference.
But how did it feel for you, a boy from Ghana, living your major part of your life in Nigeria, now playing football in Nigeria, playing for Yimba? You're not only Nigerian champions, but you're African champions. The first time you guys won a double. The first time you won, what was the atmosphere in Yimba?
The first one was unbelievable. That is it. Because nobody believes that we are going to win because the people we played the final with, they beat us, I think 6-1 or 5-1 in the preliminaries. And we met them in the final. The first league was in Aba. We won, I think, 1-0.
1-0.
So
everybody
wrote us off. These people won, you people 5. There, you are going there. Then you are going to lose. But it was different. It was very, very different because the zeal we went there with, we knew that before we lost, so now we are not going to do that again. And everything was good. And the atmosphere was very, very good. There was problem then after the final. It's like crisis because of we won, but we escaped. Because then we went with chartered flight.
Yeah.
So after the game, we came back, and everybody was waiting. That is, it was
from
so
the airport
fun.
to your hotel.
I tell you, it was nice. Seriously, it was. I've not gotten that feeling again. Yeah.
Wow.
But
not even the second time.
No, the second time we know we have already won it. So that one, it was like not a new something, but because I think that was the first time a Nigerian club won the Champions League.
That's true.
So the second one we have already won one, so no problem. But the first one was
still massive.
Very, very.
We'll go for a break. When we do come back, we'll do how he got involved in Nigeria calling him for an international game, and then realizing that he's not Nigerian, he's also Ghanaian, and how the Ghana authorities got to call him for the Black Stars game. We'll be back after this short break. Welcome back, and you are still here on ETV Ghana. This is the conversation. I'm in conversation with Joetex Asamoah Frimpong. And we're talking about how you won the Champions League with the Yimba for the first time and how massive it was for you. But let's talk about international football also, and how did Nigerians think that you were a Nigerian, because your name is clearly a Ghanaian name. How did that happen?
They knew that I was a Ghanaian.
They knew?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they just wanted me to play for Nigeria, that is it.
Wow.
Because even the coach then, that is Gordon Owa, we call him then this coach that was in Italy, the Italian coach, I've forgotten his name, because he was very good. Because popular. Then they were the best 3 coaches, him, Amadou Shaibu, and Kadri Kana.
Okay. In Nigeria?
In Nigeria then. And Owa was Arrigo Sacchi.
Arrigo Sacchi, okay.
That's how they call him Nigerian then.
Okay.
Always his hair, no hair, with black glasses, like the same like Arigo.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was the coach. Even I played against him when I was in academy before I went to Enyimba. He was coaching Julius Berger, and I was in the academy because Julius Berger was one of the best clubs then. And even I got problem with him on the line. Yeah, because he was. Yeah, ball went out. I want to take it. He was trying to
Kick the ball away.
That's
or
how it
something
is.
like that.
So we got a quarter. Then I told him, "You think I'm a Ghanaian and Nigerian?" Because then he was the coach
Okay.
on the 23. I'm not a Ghanaian Nigerian, so don't think that you can underrate me or anything. I'm not going to play for Nigeria. And he's the one that invited me.
Wow. Wow.
He's the one that invited me when I went to Nigeria, Enyimba. He invited me to come and play for the under 23. Normally, I wanted to go, but because of my dad, that's why I did not
So your
go.
dad stopped you from playing for Nigeria?
Yeah, I would say so because he told me to play for Ghana.
But around that time, Ghana had not invited you.
Yeah, they've not invited me, but he told me that he don't want me to play for Nigeria. I don't know if he knew that Ghana
call will
invited,
come,
and it
yeah.
was not long. Within that time, that's when Ghana invited me to the under 33.
Wow. Wow. Interesting. So when the call finally came from Ghana, you then realized that you've made the right decision.
I was happy that Ghana called me. That one is sure. So I don't know if it was good or not good, but I was very happy.
But on hindsight, we will say that was a good decision. If you had played for Nigeria, I do think that you would have probably, done a lot more in international football than you did for Ghana.
Yeah, I think so. Because then in Nigeria, I was one of the best strikers then. In Nigeria, the whole Nigeria, not only in Enyimba. Because even then, there were not much people outside like now.
Yeah.
So then the Enyimba team was, most of them, the people that I played with in
Played for the
Enyimba,
Nigerian national
were
team.
the ones that were in the national team. Vincent Nyama, Obina Wanderi, all of them. And I was one of the hottest in Enyimba. So I will not say maybe or not, but everything is God. God knows why it's happened like that. But I think that maybe I would have played more, go far in the national team in Nigeria.
So you were part of the Ghana team that went to Egypt for the 2006 Nations Cup. That's probably one of Ghana's worst performances at the Nations Cup. Give us a gist of what really happened to the Ghana team at that tournament.
The first game
against Nigeria,
we lost 1-0.
1-0.
But
free kick.
We played very, very good.
well.
Very good. The second game against Senegal,
Matiamo scored
we lost.
very good
We
goal
lost.
against
We won 1-0. But something happened, and I believe that is what make us lost the third game.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Stephen, the our skipper, he was very, very injured against Senegal. Very, very, because they kicked him and he couldn't continue. And what I thought was the problem is Stephen is legend.
Yeah, superb.
I adore him because he's a very good player.
Yeah.
Not even only because of the captain, but if it's football, he was super. But one thing is, I will not blame him because a player cannot say I must play.
Yeah.
When he's injured, either the doctor
or the coach.
Because mostly even the coach itself doesn't have say when somebody's injured. Because as I play in Europe, the physio is the one that will say he's ready or not.
Yeah.
But this one, the time was very short, like 3 days.
3 days recovery.
How can you recover from this kind of injury that he got during the game? It's not possible. It's not possible. But against Zimbabwe, he was in the team.
I remember.
So what Stephen can do that day, he cannot do it.
Yeah.
Not that he's not good, but if you are injured, you cannot perform as you...
But did that also create any friction in the team, knowing that all the players knew he was injured, but he was still given a nod to play?
In the team, nobody could say anything about there's not anything, but on the pitch, that is where the thing happened.
Sure.
Because the Stephen we know can give the strikers passes to score. He couldn't. We have to come back and take the ball from middle and go front. And you know, football, a striker is striker. Who makes strikers? Midfielders.
Yeah, true.
If you don't have a good midfielder, sorry, you cannot be a good striker.
True.
And that was what was lacking that game.
I
So
remember Benjamin Warrior scoring 2 goals against us.
Yeah.
Issa Ahmed's last game for the Black Stars. You know, I remember Barman also scoring.
he's the one that came in and when they
Basket
changed,
kick, yeah.
was very, very good. Because then he was the one that's supposed to play the game,
Baba Mando.
not Steven. Because, you know, that's what I was saying. Either the doctor or the coach, if they would have let Steven rest the leg, he would have been in the quarterfinal.
Yeah. Because they would have won against
That is
Zimbabwe.
it. But because of they forced him to play, that's why we lost. But not because of we did not play well or we didn't have good strikers. No.
Yeah.
But if you bring how they say Haaland or Ronaldo or Messi and he doesn't get passes,
The supply.
he cannot score.
Yeah.
Haaland, if you see Haaland playing, he just stay in the front. Before you know, he score goals. Why?
The supply is
Good
out there.
midfielders.
Yeah, De Bruyne
De
is there to
Bruyne
give him
also,
the pass.
that
Yeah,
is
that's
it.
true. So Ghana had a very terrible game against Zimbabwe. We lost that game by 2 goals to 1. Barmandu scored for Ghana, but Benjamin Warrior scored 2 goals. Issa Ahmed had a very surprising game on that particular day. So, but were you expecting to go to the World Cup?
That one I don't need to say yes because everyone knew that.
Yeah.
Even people that were dead believe that I'll go to World Cup.
Wow.
Because if you talk of the qualification, my first game was against Zimbabwe. I played 20 minutes. I made every changes from the team.
Sure.
And since then, I never played even 89 minutes before. All the qualifiers I play, I will not say 90 minutes because we play more than 90 minutes
yeah.
until the referee says it's finished.
Yeah.
So nobody were thinking or was thinking or even say, Joetex will not go to the World Cup because then it was me and Asamoah.
Asamoah, yeah.
It was 2 of us up front. Steven behind us, Sule here, Lai here. So we were the forward. But in Egypt, it changed. And that is how Ghana is.
Yeah.
But I never give up because I believe that, anything.
So when the finalists came out and your name was not in there, how did you take it?
I was disappointed. Very, very. I'm sad. I couldn't believe it, or I did not believe it that it is very, very disappointed. Until now, I'm still disappointed.
Wow. Interesting. So after the World Cup, they give you a call up again. Did you ever contemplate not playing for Ghana again?
I was sad, painful, but I think my father, because my father was like my backbone.
Yeah.
He told me, don't worry, things happen like that. So, because for real, I don't wanted to play again. Because after everything, because of the World Cup, I almost died in Kumasi.
Really? Tell us about that.
Against Uganda. We won 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah. After Asians go, I got a pass, me and the goalkeeper. So I ran, I raised the ball, the goalkeeper jumped, and here, till now, the bone is swollen. I was rushed to the hospital from the hospital.
From the pitch.
I almost died that day because of the World Cup. And if I don't go to the World Cup, not that even after that, I stopped playing. The rest game, South Africa, Cape Verde, all I played. So I will not. It was not fair anyway.
Sure.
It was not fair. So I was very, very bitter, seriously.
So they came back, they gave you a call again, and you honored it.
Yes, I did. Then I was in Young Boys then.
Yeah, Young Boys. Yeah.
I did until injury started and
you faded out.
play,
Let's talk about life in Young Boys. You played for Fazien a bit before you went to Young Boys, but for someone who grew up in Nigeria now playing in the cold weather and all that. How did you manage the transition?
You know, in Tunisia it's cold too.
Yeah.
A little bit. It doesn't snow, but it's cold because I remember when we were about to go to Egypt, and we went to camp there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Asamoah, John Pense, all this one, they came. Then they were in Europe. I mean, I was in Enyimba then, and it's not cold. And we went there, we were training. I couldn't talk, you know, even till today. They used to laugh at me, they call me, because if I want to say, every mouth was freezing.
In Tunisia?
In Tunisia, yeah.
Wow.
In Tunisia.
Wow.
So
that was your first experience to cold weather?
Very, very cold, yeah. That is it, in Tunisia. So I think that one hurt me little. I got used to cold little when I went to Switzerland. So it was not long when I got adapted to the weather. Wow. Because when I went, it was winter. Because the first game I played was in February.
Okay.
And the game, I scored 2 goals.
The first game
the
for
first
young
game,
boys?
Yeah. We won 3-1. It was a derby game. I scored 3 goals, and it was unbelievable. But unfortunately, the second game, I broke my leg.
On that sad note, we'll go for a quick break. We'll be back to do the injury, life in Switzerland and young boys, and what he's doing now. Welcome back from the break, and I'm in conversation with Joetex Asamoah Frimpong. Indeed, he's telling us about how he played his first game for young boys. In the second game, broke his leg. I know injuries are, lonely places for players. For a player who's just signed for a club like Young Boys, played your first game, scored 2 goals, and now you are injured, you've broken your leg. How did that first of all happen, and how did you overcome the injury setbacks and fighting your way back into the team?
Yeah, the game was against St. Gallen. I didn't know how it happened. There was no contact.
There was no contact?
Contact, and I broke my fibula.
Ooh.
Just like that. And I stayed out about 4 weeks. But then, I was bending. I just wanted to play football.
Sure.
So after the leg, when the doctor gave me the green light, I came back again. And then I was the leading striker there in Young Boys. That time I came, I was the leading striker. So in Europe, when you are in Europe and you are the leading striker, if you get injured and you come back, you start again.
It doesn't matter. You're thrown back straight into action.
You are the doctor or the physio said he's okay. You start.
Wow.
So yeah, it was not difficult anyway to get back into.
But did the ghost, come?
The ghost always it comes when I get the chance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because then I was having one midfielder in the team. His name is Hakayakin.
Oh, okay.
He's the junior brother to the national team coach now,
Murat
Yakin.
Oh, nice.
I've played football. I've not seen a midfielder like that, I tell you.
You're solid,
yeah.
eh?
Yeah. He doesn't run too much. But the ball runs for him. Yeah. He was superb. So with him, when you are a striker,
things are much more easier. How difficult is it for strikers? We see players score goals, Messi, Ronaldo. We've seen quality strikers. So we think that goal scoring is just something easy. For you, how difficult is it for strikers, especially if you don't have the quality of midfielders to give you the supplies you want?
Yeah. Striking is, the position is very, very difficult. Very, very. So you have to be clever or creative before you can score goals. And there are type of strikers, because there are strikers that they stay. There are strikers that they move. If you see Messi is not a point man.
Yeah.
But when you play him, he doesn't stay one place. Ronaldo, if you see Ronaldo is a player that he run more. If you see Lukaku is a point man that stay. So there are different type of strikers. Yeah. So how you play is how you have to create your own ways. When I was playing, I was like Ronaldo. I don't stay in one place, I move around more. And that was what was helping me, and I was very fast. So the only thing is, I don't dribble like Messi or this thing, but my own is, that's what I was saying. I get midfielder, just put it behind the striker for the defender for me.
Yeah.
Me and the goalkeeper, leave it for me and him.
And you finish off.
That is it. I was just a finisher.
Yeah. Yeah.
So goal scoring is one of the hardest in football. But when somebody misses goals, you saw him this one. No. You think it's easy, but it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy because even if you remember Chipomote,
Yeah.
there was a ball that he removed from the post on the line.
Yeah, I remember.
When he was in PSG.
Yeah, I remember.
Everybody was insulting. Maybe he wanted to score, but
He just missed.
nobody knows what happened there, you know.
So life in Young Boys was good for you. The goals were there. They loved you. I mean, the fans sang your name. Do you miss that particular bit of life where you are always celebrated? Now you're a football. I mean, done with football. You are working on the street. People don't even recognize you anymore. Do you miss football?
Every day. Every day.
You wish you were younger.
No, when we were young, we want to grow.
Yeah.
But now we want to go young again.
Yeah, that's true.
Because football is, for me, football was me.
Yeah.
I went to school, to secondary school, but in my village, always, they used to call me Ball Knama. Anywhere ball is, you will find
You are there.
Joetex. And that was me. Until now, it's still me.
Yeah.
Because I don't think of anything again apart from football. That's why I enter coaching courses. I enter agent managing, you know, because I just want to be inside the football. I wish I can play because when I see some games, how people are playing,
You wish you were there.
I wish I was there. But the time is gone.
Time waits for no man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about life after football. And I've seen some players struggle after football. What would you say for you has done the trick for you? Is it the fact that you're not living in Ghana and you're living in Switzerland, or it's just the fact that you had a plan whilst you were playing?
Yeah. Back to my father again, you know. Because in football, in life, not only football, if you have somebody that give you good advice or plan something for you, I think you will never lost. My father was always there, telling me that, this, that, this, that. And luckily enough, the wife I'm married to is one of the best women I would say on earth. So with her,
Is she Ghanaian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
she's from Antwerp.
Oh, it's the Shansi region.
She's the best woman on earth for me. So with her, I think everything is easier, even though it's not easy, but it's easy. So life is how you plan it and everything. And maybe I did not play ball far as the other players, Asamoah, Sule, and this thing. But the little I played, I think it was okay.
How many kids do you have now?
I have 6.
Wow. And they players in there. Will you encourage anyone to play football?
Yeah, that one. They started anyway. 2 of them, the 2 boys have started. Yeah, I have 3 boys, you know.
Wow.
And 2 have started. Because one is 10 and one is 8. And they are playing the league, that is the junior league there. And the senior one is striker. He's like, you call him Lukaku, you know.
he's got some physique.
But the small one is slim, but he's very, very fast.
Very fast.
So, you know, there you must go to school.
Yeah.
But if you ask me what I want for them, I pray God let them play football.
Sure.
But if they don't, anything that they do, I will support them.
Really, I'll put your thoughts on this one. Recently, one of your playmates, Stenapia, says that, look, football should be run by footballers. I mean, all over the world, we've seen footballers get active in managing the game. Do you think so? Do you think that footballers should be given the opportunity to also make an input, not just by becoming coaches, but also becoming administrators and run the Ghana Football Association?
Yeah, I would say yes, I would say no.
Okay.
Because footballers are human beings too.
Yeah.
But what you have to get to do, that is, if you go to school, because being football administrator is not someone that stay on the roadside or doesn't go to school. It involves many things. So when you are clever or you go to school and you reach where you're supposed to reach, why not? That one will make it even easier.
Yeah.
Because he know the game, he's intelligent. It will be better than somebody that did not play football.
Game. Yeah, but only going to school
that
and
is
he's
it.
not managing the game.
So if there are footballers that are intelligent or they went to school and they can do it, why not? That one. But you cannot say because you play football, you have to be in the administrating because of you play football. It doesn't that one, it doesn't go like that, because if you go there and you don't know anything, how are you going to run it?
Yeah.
Is it somebody that's going to run it behind you? No. So I would say yes and no. You go to school, it's very, very good, because then it's 2 against 1.
Yeah.
School and the game. But if you go only school,
It's a problem.
it's another thing.
Let me pick your thoughts on the Black Stars. We have a new coach now. Have you had time to watch their game? Chris Joetex is now the new coach of the Black Stars. They've played 2 games under him.
I've not watched the game, but always I follow the games. When somebody asked me about the coach, for me, everybody need a chance. No? Yeah. And he came. Yeah, I think it's not bad, because the Black Stars now, what we Ghanaians don't know is we are building the team. Yeah. The team is not yet built.
Yeah, sure.
Because if you check of then when we were playing Stephen, Sule, ACN, Asamoah, all this thing, it was there. Now this set is gone. The set that are coming is what they are going to build like that one again. So I think the coach, they have to give him time to build it very well. And I believe we have young players that are very good. So we just need some more time and everything will be fine.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us. Joetex has been fun. But how did you get the name Joetex?
There was a player in, I think, Kotoko.
Yeah.
His name was Joetex. Then I was young, you know. The name, I fancied the name, and he was a good player. And my name was Joseph.
Joseph, yeah.
So I just removed the self and put test.
Which makes sense, which made it much more easier.
Yeah, that is it.
Joetex, has been fun talking to you. We appreciate you so much for coming to the conversation. I've been in a conversation with Joetex Asamoah Frimpong, a member of that, 2006 Nations Cup team for Ghana. Played for Young Boys, played for Yimba. Don't forget, he's 2 times, CAF Champions League winner with the Yimba. He's also played for the Black Stars, scored goals for the Black Stars as well. We've had, a chat, we've had a conversation, we've enjoyed it immensely. Wish him all the best in his newfound career. Hopefully, we talk to him again on the other side of things. Thank you very much for being a part of our show. We'll see you again next week. Have a good time, and bye-bye.